Hello there everybody, welcome back to another episode of Try New Things, where today we're doing another woodworking project very similar to start with to one that I've done before. So today what I was doing is putting together a number of blanks to make some more bourbon barrel coasters. It's coming up on Christmas time. Want to see if I can sell some. They did pretty good last year. But some of my blanks are too narrow. So it's all dependent on the width of the stave. And typically I can get 6 coasters per stave, but some of them taper a little bit too much and not big enough for the center circle. So those, I've decided, I'm going to turn into tea light candle stands. Now today, to begin with, I'm going to start with the solos, which are those blanks that were a little bit too narrow, but I also intend on making some larger candle holders for multiple tea lights. But anyway, we'll jump right into it with the solos to start, and then we'll go bigger as the episode goes on. So here you can see my stacks of blanks for the coasters. And I've already made a few, and they're at the house, but I got a couple more to do. These ones are just a bit too narrow for the hole that I cut in for the coasters. So for a tea light, you need a smaller hole. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to turn these into solo tea light candle holders made out of authentic bourbon barrel staves. So I've got the appropriate size Forstner bit on my drill press. You will see this makes a heck of a mess, throwing a lot of wood chips. But I've got my jig set up here where these fit perfectly in between. I just got to center it up and drill the indentation. So that's all lined up. Now that we have our indentation cut, we're going to sand it down. We're going to start at about 120 and work ourselves up to 240, and then it'll be on to the final finishes. My stain of choice, whether I'm doing the tea light holders or coasters or anything else out of this bourbon barrel, is just straight up golden oak. Golden oak stain. I like the color of it. I think it goes well with the projects and the wood. So we're going to do our tea light solo stands with the golden oak stain. Now, unlike my coasters, I won't be doing a cork insert on the tea lights. Isn't that a pretty color? So you can see that black staining hopefully coming through. And again, that's just from the aging process of the barrels. Some of the bourbon leaches out and stains the outside of the barrels. Left the char on the bottom because that's part of the character. Last one. This one's got a little bit of tiger wood look to it. There, we'll just leave those to dry, and then we will spray a coat of clear coat on it, and those are as much as done. So while these are drying, we need to find ourselves some staves that are at least 2.5 inches wide. That'll be the minimum I need to make some larger candlestick holders or tea light holders. And I have a whole bunch of staves, but some of them just aren't big enough. So I'm going to dig through my pile and I'll be right back. So I found some staves that fit the bill, at least for width-wise. And I think I want to make a triple, these into triple tea light holders, and 14 inches long is what I'm assuming is going to be a good length. So let's go ahead and cut these into 14-inch lengths. I'm going to make one first, see if I like it, and before I cut the rest. But that's what we're going to do next. We're going to take one of these as a trial, put the 3 indentations in it and all that, and stand back, see if we like it. So I've laid out the position for my tea light holes. Start in the center, 7 inches from the end. That's the one, and then 4 inches to either side is where I'm putting the other 2 holes. So I'm going to run over there to the drill press. We'll drill this up. And then I'll come back and sand it a little bit and show you, and then together we'll figure out whether we like it or not. So here you go, 1 3 tea light stand, 14 inches long. What do you think? Now, these aren't the nicest cups in the world, but they were the cheapest cups in the world that I could find on Amazon. But what about now? Does that make it look any better? Obviously I don't have any tea lights here, but I think that's going to look pretty good at 14 inches. So I'm going to go ahead, stain it up, and that way we can see for sure what the final product's going to look like before I start making some new ones. They really don't start to pop until you put the stain on. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and make up some more of those. Then we'll take them home, stage them a little bit, and take a good winning photo for you. First, you'll see the solo tea light holders. I'm selling those in sets of 3. And then we've got the one we worked on today, which is the triple. 14-inch long bourbon barrel stave holding 3 individual tea lights. So what'd you guys think? Was that a good spin on the bourbon barrel coasters? I just thought since they were too narrow, I had to do something with them. I thought, what a great idea. And then doing the triple turned out pretty good as well. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And if you're interested in purchasing any of these, check out the link for Buy Me a Coffee in the description below. Click on the shop tab and you'll see them there. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for another episode of Try New Things. We'll see you in the very next video. Bye-bye. So now we're going to take a quick break to thank this week's sponsor. And this week's sponsor, like every week's sponsor, is me, Chris Gladstone with TNT Try New Things, where I have started a new website link partnering with Buy Me a Coffee as an opportunity for you to check out some of the items I have for sale that you have probably watched the videos on me making. It's also an opportunity to sponsor the channel directly, either through buying me a coffee, or if you're feeling particularly generous, signing up for an annual membership. With that, I'm going to go back to the video. So let's go ahead and cut these up into 14-foot lengths, 14 foot.